Hey y'all, JamiThatsMe here. Time for us to go ahead and get into Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, y'all gotta let me know how y'all felt about this episode as it returned in 2026. Okay, I feel like it was a pretty good episode in my personal. For it to be returning, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Angel kind of arrived just a little piece, honey. Some of y'all may disagree, and I'm okay with that. But I can appreciate the Angel that was brought to the front for this episode, okay? And it's time for us to get into it. So, like I say, make sure you like up the video. If you have yet to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and do that as well, okay? Just because we hit 100,000 subscribers does not mean that we is not still trying to grow. You feel what I'm saying? We just hit 103,000. So, shout out to all of you guys that have subscribed to the channel. Listen, Tia goes over to visit her childhood home. She takes her children. She also takes her sister. And that ended up being nice, right? She was able to reach out to the homeowner, go and check it out. She says during this time, which has nothing to do with the home, but just her reminiscing on her father, she said her dad called her Mona Lisa because she would always be moaning and whining about her brothers getting on her nerves. All I could think about was her son. Cause I'm like, your son really be sick of his sisters. I feel like he about be sick of y'all too. So I'm just wondering, what name does Tia have for her son? Okay, since he's always complaining about his sisters. All right, being the only boy in the house, I'm sure they get on your nerves, son. But anyway, well, I mean, you got your daddy there, but I mean, like, as far as the kids are concerned, he's the only boy in the house, right? Anywho, so the homeowner allowing Tia to come into the house, look around. I thought that was really nice of her. I did kind of scrunch up my face when I saw Tia go in and sit down on the stairs to take a picture with her keys. I said, girl, not you over here using this lady house for a photo shoot. And then when they showed the flashbacks of her with her dad and she trying to recreate, I said, oh, you know what? That is super cute, actually. Okay, girl. I done scrunched that face up and I had to straighten it up all within 5 seconds, okay? Because I thought that was really cute. Okay. So good for them. I'm glad they were able to go and look at it. There was a calendar date with the scripture or some positive words on it, and it actually was the date of her dad's birthday. So when they walked into the room and they saw that, and they were like, oh my God, ironically. So I guess the date that it was on was not the same date that they went to go tour the house. So I think that could have made it even more special that it already said June 11th or whatever. So that was nice. That was nice. It was good for her sister to go to that home and check it out because from what it sounds like, I don't think her sister was ever allowed to come into that home. So yeah, that was a good moment with Tia and her family and the lady who was so sweet. The lady was so nice and so open and said, girl, next time you come, just knock on the door and you come on inside. Like, oh, okay, then Tia done made her a new friend. So good for her. Ashley, Gizelle, and Wendy, they decided to link up. I don't know what it was for, lunch or whatever, but the ladies link up. And while they're there chatting, because they feel like they really had such a great event, like we did our thing with our event. Girl, it was not all that. Like, y'all, like, calm down, please. So, anywho, Monique invites the ladies to her event that she has coming up. She has a book coming out, so she wants to invite them. I guess this is like a book release, right? So she's going to invite them to that. And of course, they're discussing Angel because they got to talk about Angel, honey. They don't know if she's actually going to be in attendance because of her housing situation and her likely going back to Colorado. And Giselle's like, well, you know, that's a real house, honey. You know, that's a real house. Giselle, you be so, like, why? Giselle, you just be so bothered. And I don't be understanding why. Why do you be bothered by other folks? Like, what's going on, baby? What is up? So Angel invites the ladies to Colorado because they bring that up, right? But she never said in the text message that they were coming to her home. Okay. She just invited them out to Colorado. Now, I'm going to say this and I'm just going to say it. I can't stand seeing these three ladies together. I'm not going to hold y'all. I think they are so lame when they are together. Ashley, Gizelle, and Wendy. I hate seeing scenes with just them three because it's all so messy. And I hate to see Dr. Wendy operate in the same way as Gizelle and Ashley. Like, I don't know. I don't like it. I mean, maybe it gives Mean Girl just a little piece. I don't know, but I just can't stand to see her with them three. or with them too. So Angel chats with her sister. She talks to her about inviting the ladies to Colorado or whatever. And the sister's like, oh, okay, well, they in for a treat. You ain't send me no invite, whatever. Let me tell y'all something. I personally believe that her sister definitely should have been on this trip. In my personal, I feel like if you can bring us Cookie and Sharice for different events, different occasions, whatever, if we could see them, then we could see a piece of Angel's sister out there on the trip to Colorado. But that's, in my personal, I think that would have been cool. I wonder what she would have been like amongst that dynamic of the group. Let me tell y'all, if Angel gets another season, I definitely see her bringing her sister around. I would just hope that her sister doesn't get to the point to where she annoys me. In a sense, I want her sister to just come off like real calm, cool, and it's not giving like extra, because then people gonna be like, oh, especially me. Okay, you just want some camera time. I don't want it to come off like that. I just want it to come off real genuine, just real cool, cute. You know what I'm saying? Step in when needed. You know, but yeah, I do believe that if she get another season, she definitely gonna have her ladies come around, her sister come around these ladies, so she could get that experience for herself, just a little piece. But that's just my opinion, okay? Anywho, Ashley decides to throw a family birthday party, is what I'm calling it. She says from 6 to 60. I guess within the next month or two, or the past month or two, there are certain ages, okay? Quite a few people going from 6. I think her son is turning 6 all the way up to Uncle Lump. So it's a lot going on. Okay, so she's trying to celebrate everybody. All right. Sheila decides to make a unwanted announcement. Sheila decides to make an unwanted announcement about her man. And she lets everybody know that her partner is getting ready to go off to get treatment. After 23 years, he is deciding to go off to get treatment. Why are we discussing somebody that's not a part of this damn show? Why are we continuing to discuss somebody that's really not a part of this damn show? Ain't never seen the man. Wouldn't know nothing about what his name is if it wasn't for Uncle Lump letting us know his name is John. I am confusion. Why are we talking about this guy? How relevant is he really to Ashley's storyline if he's not even your real dad? Barely even a man, if you get my drift. Okay? Anywho, a whole damn mess. Now then you got, and first of all, can I say that I blame Bravo for allowing this? Right? I feel like Ashley don't got nothing going on. In the same way y'all went a few years ago and bumped Sharice down because Sharice didn't have nothing going on, go ahead and bump Ashley down or give her the break. She need a bump or a break, and she might need a bump and a break. Okay? Get that to Mr. Darby. Uncle Lump done interrupted the mama. Like, I'm sorry, I'm confused. What the hell we talking about? Who we talking about? What we doing? We talking about this man? Let me tell y'all, it was given to me from Uncle Lump. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. And it's not finna change. This man done went into treatment, came out, and still been on that. That's kind of what it sounds like to me. This man has been who he is for 23 years. It's going to take longer than this treatment program for him to shed certain actions, okay? Certain addictions. That's kind of what it was given. Uncle Lump wasn't trying to hear it. Only for the grandmama to jump in, because she already knew exactly where Uncle Lump was going to take this conversation about John. So she jumped in. Well, he don't bother me. Yeah, I like him. I love him. Yeah, grandma loves him. Why? Tell me what you love about him. What do you love? The fact that he knows how to play in your damn face, your daughter's face, and your grandchildren's face? I'm trying to understand, what is the love? Are you trying to see the best in him when everyone else around can only see the worst in him? What's going on? And you know what? I believe that Sheila learned from you how to deal with trash ass niggas, for sure. I feel like you as a mama probably endured a lot, put up with a lot, so she about felt like she needed to do the same for 23 damn years and never free herself of the struggle. That's crazy. And then you still got a mama over here being supportive. I can't stand when y'all be supportive to the wrong fucking people. I can't. Okay? Oh, I like them. I'm like, yeah, I like him, and we have to give him a chance to, bitch. The chances are up. It's been 23 years. Okay? Save that for the good Lord. Okay? Save that for the higher ups. The higher ups be the only ones that's gonna ride with you from birth until death like that. Okay? Yeah, I can't. But anyway, I just cannot stand it. I'm just like, girl, I'm so tired of hearing about your damn family, especially a man that I don't know, have not seen. I know more about Uncle Lumpass than I know about John. Or I change that. I feel like we know more about John than we know more about Uncle Lump, but we've seen Uncle Lump more than we've seen John's ass. I don't care nothing about Ashley mama and where she living at now, long as she breathing and she in good health. Well, shit, I don't know how good the health is if you slaving away, making cookies, making Swedish meatballs, and for what? For a man that doesn't even appreciate me, for a man that's not even a man. Okay? I don't care. I don't really care. Actually, what else do you have going on? What else do you have going on? Oh, let's keep going, child. So Monique done had this book release event or whatever she got going on. I thought it was pretty cool to see Jami and Raina Tyler of Love and Marriage DC because I thought they all probably fell out when Monique left the show. I thought they weren't on good terms, so it was good to kind of see them there. Everybody's still cool. Now, Angela approaches Monique and she says, as a writer, I know how hard it is. Da, da, da. I said, as a writer, when I hear as a writer, that means to me that you too are a writer. And I'm like, I didn't know you were an author. Like, did she write books? Because I wasn't sure if she was talking about that or if she was talking about her standpoint as being like a journalist or something. I don't know. But if it's about books, like, okay, I didn't know that she wrote a book. Or maybe she talked about it and I ain't see it, but y'all let me know. Monique reads this long ass poem, and we could tell how long it was because the camera people caught it. Stacy says that it was a lot of self in it. And I said, well, I thought the poem was about her. So it makes sense if it's self this, self that. Wendy over there looking like, whoo, I'm so glad this bitch is done with this damn poem, honey. I thought you weren't going to never finish. So I was about to go to sleep over here. When I tell y'all, I don't know if anybody else caught it. For me, Dr. Wendy, and how I feel in this moment, and that may change. In this moment, watching this episode, I feel like Dr. Wendy still don't fully see it for Monique. I think that if she says she does, she wants to appear, I guess how Gizelle appears with her, like, we're good. No, we're fine. We're good. We're all good. Knowing I don't really, she not my type. It's something about that kind of came off in that moment. Or maybe Wendy was just thinking about something else. I don't know. But she was so unimpressed at that event. Like her facials, how she looked was like, girl, come on, can we hurry up? Like, I hate I'm even here. Like it was just giving, not of Potomac, okay? Wendy was giving a little piece of Karen. So Monique pulls out these gifts. She give everybody a gift bag that had a binder in it, and it had tabs with each person's name on it. She wanted the ladies to write in there their thoughts about the other ladies. Then, I already knew. I said, she finna switch this up, right? I said, this is so messy, but it could be a good thing if people actually took heed to what was being said and actually worked on the things that the person may have put in the notes about. But it seems like the stuff that was captured was really only the messy stuff. Now, afterwards, she took the binders, rearranged them, let other people read certain things, and I did catch a few of it, okay? Like Stacy. Well, first of all, Stacy didn't even want to give her book up, right? She didn't want to give it up. Monique, who had just said in this same damn video, the same episode, oh, I'm not that person anymore. I've changed, and then turned around and told Stacy, if you don't, she said, the last time that I had a person across the table from me, it didn't end so well, so don't do that, or whatever. And she laughs, and I'm like, you can't say that you change and then you go back and still reference that very moment that you claim you're trying to get away from, right? But I don't know if anybody else noticed, right? Dr. Wendy, again, was not impressed. Dr. Wendy was like, she did this little look like, girl, go ahead. Like, I don't think she feeling her for real, y'all. That's just my personal on that. Anywho, Gizelle said that nothing about so when it came to Stacy, right? So Gizelle read some stuff from Stacy's book, and then when it was Stacy's turn to read what Gizelle said about her, it was empty. Or I think Tia could have opened it up. Either way, it was empty. It had nothing in it. Right. So we already know Gizelle feels nothing, has nothing for Stacey. That's what it is. Okay. And it's so funny how you do certain things to Stacey, but then be appalled when it happens to you. So Wendy says she felt like they were in, okay, so when it came to Kay, somebody opened up Kay's book. I think it was Ashley. No, Ashley opened up Wendy's book and she said that Kay was fake, right? And Kay said, oh, well, at least my bags are real. I hollered. I hollered. I said, not at least the bags are real. So now y'all know Dr. Wendy, or shall I say Dr. Heavenly, ain't the only one walking around with fake bags, okay? Dr. Wendy got fake bags, and I'm willing to believe a lot of these housewives who y'all believe got it, got fake bags. And they may have it. They just don't want to spend 5 racks on a bag when they can go and spend 300 or something. I don't know what the hell they doing. All right? I don't give a damn, honestly, whether the bags are fake or not, because I'm not going to be all up in your damn bag trying to find your serial number to prove a point. What is going to be proven? What would be proven by that? Like, okay, you got a serial number. Okay, you got the number. Okay, what you going to do with it now? Oh, you ain't got no serial number. Oh, you ain't got no serial number. What you going to do with it now? She finna go buy another one because it's cheap as hell. Yikes. I mean, anywho, let's move on. Let's see. So Wendy says that she, when it came down to Kay, because Stacey wanted to go back to that, Wendy said, listen, we was in a good space when we weren't filming and we weren't a part of this group, but now all of a sudden that we are part of this group and we filming again, like now she want to have an issue with me and it's really giving it that she being fake. And I just I don't like that. Okay, I don't like that at all. Now, Angel says in her book that Ashley is disappointing. Ashley says in her book that Angel is a catfish and not walking in her truth. Baby Angel said, if you don't think that I'm living in my truth, then why is you trying to come to my house? I said, I know that's right. Okay. She said, maybe you should revisit that decision. Okay. I know that's motherfucking right, girl. Okay. If you don't think I'm living in my truth, why are you trying to come to my house? For what? Like, what you trying to, why? For what? Now, in this moment, Angel did say, why are you coming to my house? So maybe this was the moment that the lady started to think like, oh, maybe she is inviting us to Colorado to come to her house. But again, even if that was the case, I don't know if that's what Angel was thinking. Angel could have been thinking to herself, my house, because I know I'm going to invite y'all as guests, but you're not staying there. Either way, for me, even if she was going to let y'all stay at her house and change her mind, she got every right to do that. So Gizelle, I wanted to tap on her for a little bit because I'm like, you should be the last person complaining about who house you're going to stay at, because didn't you have a whole event outside your house because you did not want Dr. Wendy to go inside? When y'all did the little reasonably shady game outside, I don't know. I think it was Dr. Wendy, or maybe it could have been Karen, but I really feel like it was Wendy that she didn't want on the inside of her house. So she had to do it on the outside. Like in the driveway or something, like very tacky. So you can't say nothing. So Gizelle says Ashley is her rider. Like, that's my rider. That's my best friend. I was like, oh, rider and best friend is crazy. Ashley, you only stepped into that position because Robyn's not here. Anyway, so she says, that's my rider. That's my best friend. And if she can't come, then I like to be uninvited too, girl. Like, I'm not trying to do that. Right? So Angel's just like, okay, I understand that. Then she gonna say, we haven't even done anything to her. What do you mean? What do you mean you haven't done anything to her? Okay. Anywho, Monique ends the event and says that she didn't know it was gonna go left. It's like, girl, bye, you knew that. Anywho, this is what we do when we come together. Like, I mean, we messy, or at least y'all is. So Angel talks about showing up late to the event. And she said that she was flustered. So when she's trying to clue Monique in, because Monique didn't go to the thing they had the previous week. So she just let them know, like, listen, I went, I showed up a little late. I was flustered because, I did talk to my husband about going. He really didn't want to go, but, he was doing a favor for me to come, and she said, as soon as I got there, Ashley is asking me if I was evicted. Okay. I don't really let me go back to the part where she said she was flustered. I don't think she was just flustered off of the fact that her husband didn't really feel like going. They did have other shit going on though. They were trying to figure out their housing and all this other stuff. Like, they got other shit going on. If he didn't want to go, I don't see a big deal with that, because it's probably stuff that he has going on that her ass don't want to go to. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's a big deal to me. Gizelle says when they're talking, Monique and Angel, that's what she says. Who's talking about me? It's like, girl, shut up. Shut up. No, they let ain't say your name. Either way, Monique tells them that Angel is offended by that eviction comment. And Ashley says, but that's what it sounded like. When you said this and that, it really sounded like you were evicted. I can't stand. Oh, I can't stand. Ooh. No, it didn't, Ashley. It did not sound like that, baby. It didn't really sound like an eviction. Not on no short-term rental. It didn't give that to me at all, but okay. And you didn't even think of eviction until Gizelle said that to you. So Angel says that the lease ended before we expected it to. That's what she said, okay? I don't like how Angel phrased that either because I feel like, well, that still could be the same. That could be the same thing. So I get it. I get her saying like, okay, the lease ended before we expected it to. It also sounds like they just weren't on top of it. It makes me question if they used somebody else, but then they couldn't have because the person texted you directly. Again, I don't think that it was an eviction at all, but y'all probably thought that y'all had more time once again. What it's boiling down to, as we all know, which I think is totally okay for Angel to say, I booked this space for filming purposes. All right. Yes, we are still looking for a home because we are considering coming back. I booked it for film purposes. Was not able to get an extension like I thought I would because people do stuff where it's like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and rent this. And then once I rent it, if I need more time, I'll just extend it. Like thinking that it's nothing of it, like I'll just extend it. And then they come to find out, no, you can't extend it because we've already leased out this much time to somebody else. So it is what it is, right? So, anywho, Wendy says, well, if you know these women, you wouldn't take it to heart. And then I think she tried to say it was fun shade. See, Wendy, this is where I have to tag you, and I really hate tagging on your ass. I really do. Because by your logic, if she knows these women and what they say shouldn't be taken to heart, right? And that's crazy to say when you've also defended Stacey against them when they've done stuff, but then you telling her she shouldn't take it to heart. When you also kind of took it to heart when you saw how they were treating Stacey. But anywho, I feel like if that is your logic, then it should also be your logic when Robyn and Gizelle would say certain shit to you. You should have just knew to not take it to heart if you know these women, to not take it to heart. That don't make sense. And let me tell you another thing I want to give you a heads up on. Next season, when it's your turn, right? When Ashley and the cast get in your ass about this case, then we're going to need you to understand the very thing you said in this moment. If you know these women, you can't take it to heart. Because by your words, what? Is it just fun shade? It's just like what y'all do? So when they start prying into your case, because see, that's one thing that I cannot stand that Ashley and Gizelle do. They will go and talk to other folks about your situation and believe those people before they believe you. So they're going to do the same thing when it comes to you. Ashley says that she's sorry the word evict came into this vernacular. Do y'all know what Ashley actually said? How I processed that? Because it damn sure wasn't an apology. It was given, I still stand by the word eviction. I just wish I would have used a different word. But that still meant the same thing. I understand eviction sounds harsh, but I still stand by what I said, but I should have used the alternative word. Only to arrive at the same conclusion. Insane. But let me tell y'all what's even more insane. It's a few things. One, Angel's issue with having or her desire to have a beef with everybody but Gizelle is crazy. Ashley apologizing for an eviction comment when Gizelle was the one that said it first and put it in the atmosphere is insane. And the fact that Gizelle sat right there and knew that eviction came from her mouth, just like Catfish did, and sat up there and let Ashley apologize for something she didn't say, tacky, disrespectful, AF. Girl, what? But you her rider and her best friend, though, but she gonna let you sit up there and take the fall for that. She said she spoke up louder for Dr. Wendy than she did you. I'm the one that said catfish. She didn't say she was the one that said eviction. And honestly, I will say this. She got upset with Ashley for reiterating it, but I believe Wendy was the one that brought it up and just said, listen, the people saying that you got evicted. And what Angel should have said was, who is the people? Because then it would have pointed you to Gizelle. So, okay, honey, but good luck. Because even if you would have found out it was Gizelle that said it, it wouldn't have mattered. They get to Colorado. Angel, Stacy, and Wendy are gonna ride in one car, and Angel is being like really nice to Wendy and lets her know that she really likes her and all of that, and she wants them to have a good time with the boop. She got good rooms for her and Stacy and all of that. And Wendy is just looking like keeping the same energy, like she could care less. Okay, Wendy said it's a little too late, boo. Yikes. Yikes. I don't think it's a little too late. I don't. If you could sit up there and make up with Gizelle after all the shit she said and done, then you could eventually get to a better place with Angel, who's only been on the show a few weeks. I think it's totally okay. Even if Angel keeps coming for Wendy or whatever the case is, she keep trying to come for Wendy. Gizelle has come for Wendy harder than damn Angel has. And they over there cool because they had a conversation. Okay, well then you and Angel do the same thing. Right? Oh, okay. Anywho, I believe in the car, somebody actually asked Monique, like, she asked her, which one of the ladies you vibe with the most out the group or whatever. She says Kay. Then she goes on to talk about Angel and how Angel mentioned something that struck a chord with her and how her husband not wanting to come made Monique think that Angel handles everything. Right? And because Angel handles everything, she says she feels like Angel is in a similar illusion that Monique once was in. And I think that's very possible, but I feel like Monique may have seen more stuff from Angel because they did show like a different flashback that we didn't really get to see. Because I feel like him saying that he did not want to come to that event, to me, does not give you enough to assume that she's in a similar situation as you. So I think Monique is talking about other instances that she has witnessed with Angel. Or learned about Angel and her husband. Okay. Now, anywho, these ladies were getting on my nerves because I felt like these BITs have been out the country and out of service plenty of times and have the audacity to sit up here and be concerned about whether they'll be okay going up in these mountains. Hey man, fuck y'all. Okay. And I really hope that Angel sends one or two of y'all packing. I slick wish. So the ladies get in the house and all surprised because they thought they were going to be going to Angel house and stuff. And Ashley says that she was under the impression that they were going based on what Angel said to her at Monique's event. Right. But again, even if that was the case, that lady has a right to change her mind. Y'all set yourselves up for that okie doke. Okay? Period. And after what happened and you gave me that halfway, not even an apology, but you definitely won't be coming to my house. Okay, and either way, y'all not paying for it. So why you so damn bothered? You're not paying for it. So Monique asked Angel, "Where you going?" Because Angel was finna get ready to go. She said, "I'm finna go to my house." She said, "Why we ain't staying at your house?" She's like, because. And I would have told them because I don't want you hoes there. Not everybody can come to my house. Do you not like us? No, I like y'all, but that don't mean I like y'all all up in my damn house. How about that? Oh, okay. So Gizelle finding every reason to complain annoys me. You know what annoys me the most than that? For me, what really, really annoys me is the fact that the two people who bring the absolute least to this show are the main ones that have an issue with everything and everyone. I hate it. Oh, I hate it. Angel says, it's space, and that's what she says. She says it's space at the other house, or at least not enough of space, but the space. The reason being because of space, right? She says, and I believe, Yeah, that's pretty much no. I think that's all she said. Like, okay, it's space. It's because of space. First she said because. Then she said, it's space. It's not space, Angel. It's not space. And you know what? It could be space, depending on who all she got over there, right? So she could have her parents stand over there to help her out with the kids that week. Like, it could be something else going on over there at the house during that week. And so I only got room for these two people. I'm only willing to accommodate these two people because maybe Angel shows up differently at her house where she likely is a caterer of people when they're in her home, and she probably don't want to cater to that many damn people, and she just gonna hire other folks to do it. Okay? Either way, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Like, y'all, like, come on now. So it's time to go find the rooms, and Kate already tipsy because of the altitude, child. And I thought that was so funny. When she starts sitting up there, she's like, "Y'all be careful walking," because I already feel like I had like 3 drinks. Then she started crying, and it was just so funny because I heard about that before with the altitude going over to Colorado because I went over there once and it was nice, but I didn't experience those issues though. But that was funny. So, everybody loves their rooms for the most part. Everybody loves their rooms except for Gizelle. So Ashley didn't even seem to complain about her room. So when Gizelle saw the room and she was like, "Whose room is this?" And Angel said, "Well, I figured since you wasn't going to come on the trip without Ashley, I figured that y'all would want to be together." I said, "Baby, come on, Angel. Angel, do not be afraid to get in there. Get in there, get in there, okay? Do not be afraid to get in there, girl. Just get in there. What they gonna do? What are they gonna do to you? What are you afraid of? Get in there. Get in there, girl." So I was glad to see Angel say that. And when I tell you Monique crawling on the floor laughing, I was hollering. Because Gizelle could not take it. She sat up there talking about something. It's whack. I said, no, BIT, what's whack is the energy that you've been giving Stacey all season, right? That's whack. How you treated Stacey on that trip, not putting nothing in her card or giving her a card, not putting her name on a robe. Like, that's whack. This lady still gave you a room and still put embroidery on your packages. You said Ashley is your ride or die and your bestie, so why you can't share a room with Ashley? Because if Robyn was there, your ass would have stayed in there comfortably and not said anything. So I'm a little confused. Ashley, are you sure you're the bestie that Gizelle is saying that you are? You sure? Yikes. That's crazy. So Monique says Angel got her lick back. Gizelle says, lick for what? Lick for what? What do you mean for what? Mo says the eviction comment. And Gizelle still stands by the eviction, right? And says that, I'm going to evict myself. And Angel said, you should. Ooh. I said, okay, get in there. Get in there. She says, because what didn't happen was me being evicted. I said, come on, Angel. So Gizelle says, and we have more information about that. And I'll leave that right there. That's all I have to say about that. And then Ashley goes up the stairs and pretty much agrees. Yeah, we do. Yeah, after you just gave that lady that non-ass apology. Okay? I said, y'all stay getting information on other people and believing it before you believe or even hear from your cast members. I said, Wendy, oh, Wendy, you're next. You're next, baby. They gonna talk to some folks about your case. Get on time. They gonna talk to some folks about your case, girl. And when next season come, they gonna wear your ass out. So be ready, especially based on your logic and what you said earlier in the episode. Okay? Okay. Now, Angel asked them when it's time, for everything to be done. Y'all done seen the rooms. Angel asked them what they got to say. And Gizelle said, now Gizelle want to say this, y'all. She's like, well, it's not my information to tell. Girl, was it your information or your business from the beginning? But you did. So Angel sat up there and told them, listen, we going to need to know what's going on before y'all ever cross the threshold to my house. I said, I know that's mother right, Angel. She said, y'all not finna bring that negativity up in my house. I know that's right. Okay? She said, and I'm going to tell y'all right now, if we don't get to talking and somebody don't get to opening their mouth and telling me what the hell going on, I'm finna shut some shit down. I say, let's do it then. Shut it down. Because the way, if I was Angel, if Gizelle did not evict herself, I would have changed her flights. Their whole flights would have been changed to 7 a.m., 6 a.m. the next morning, and somebody would have been going in there hovering over her saying, hey, do you realize you only have 30 minutes? Do you realize you only have 15 minutes? Hey, do you realize you only have 10 minutes? Like, pack it up, sis. Your flight is heading out. Do you hear me? Since you want to feel so much of a way, now that it's you, do you realize you only have 30 minutes? Pack your shit up and get the hell up out of here, girl. Period. Baby, if Angel would have really did that to Gizelle would not be able to take it. She would not be able to take it. I mean, she barely could take what you was giving her right then. But see, you got to give Gizelle a little more than what she dishes out. Okay, then she may, and only then will she back the fuck up off you. Okay, but that's all I got, y'all. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below on the latest episode of Real Housewives of Potomac. I am Jami, that's me. We'll get into the after show at a later time, probably tomorrow. We'll also get into Married to Medicine as well tomorrow. So make sure you're liking up the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a praxis. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Aegis. Game time, I invaded gym. High elevated, I can face the rim. Putting shots up, I got laser focus, about to take it over. I'm Invader Z, I'm on a trip to Florida.